if we are look at the sutta in page 84, so
page 84, okay.
Whoever monks will develop these 4 establishments of mindfulness in such a way for 7 years, blah blah blah, until all the way down. So we have the conclusion that one must develop all of them, because the first 3 of the foundation of mindfulness, the body, mind, and feeling, only emphasizes by observing the nature of arising and vanishing. But for the 4th foundation of mindfulness, which is Dhammanupassana, besides observing the nature of arising and vanishing, it also emphasizes by observing the causes and condition.
Did I not say that when you observe the nature of arising and vanishing, it also means looking at the causes and conditions for arising and vanishing?
That's according to our group.
Oh, okay. You wash your hand clean, okay? You know what I mean? Okay, very smart. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else would like to share? I'm sure some of you have got different views.
Our group has, initially we have the same idea, looking at the Satipaṭṭhāna Sutta, the conclusion portion. But we thought about this Kayagata Sati Sutta. As it mentioned, it leads to a mind that is susceptible for direct knowledge. Ready for direct knowledge. And it lists there are 10 benefits, but we do not know what are the 10 benefits. One of them could be final knowledge.
Yes, I did say the last one.
Yeah.
Final knowledge.
Okay. So that shows that Kayanupassana can lead to the attainment as well.
Oh, thank you. Good point.
Hello. Actually, again, we find this contradictory suttas. So, can Bhante please enlighten us? Thank you.
Bhante, based on our group also, we thought that we need to master all the 4. We need to realize all the 4 in order to achieve, to understand the really true nature and to discover the anicca, dukkha, anatta, not self, not me, not mind, and the conditioner that being conditioned. Why are we thinking that way? And could be that is at the time when the Buddha is actually delivering discourse in the Kauru, could be that is the body and the Dhamma is there, and then the refrains and the realizations that to attain non-returners and arahant. Why thinking we thinking that way is that if the person is brand new, don't know anything about Dhamma, but he just contemplating on the feeling, I don't think so. We don't think so that the attainments of the understanding the true natures of realities of the anicca, dukkha, anatta, as well as ignoble path, as well as the I, mine, and myself, and conditioner and being conditioned, being realized. So we believe that the whole thing is need to develop, especially is the Dhamma itself. Because if not knowing the Dhamma, especially like the Noble Eightfold Path, it's just contemplating the body and the body. It could be maybe it's just realizing the tranquilities, but it doesn't brings to the fully enlightenment beings. Thank you.
Yes,
Bhante, our group has discussed, and based on the 4 nupassanas in the sutta, it says that one who dwells contemplating in whatever subject and noted it contemplate internally, externally, and both internally and externally, and also contemplate the arising, vanishing, and both arising and vanishing. It leads to dwelling independently and does not cling to the world. So with this, we think as long as we practice any one of the four satipatthanas,
Any one of the exercises in the four satipatthanas.
yes, then it leads to liberation of the mind. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bhante, for our group, we would like to sort of try Bhante's method of analyzing by dissecting. So we go back to page 86, paragraph 2. Let alone monks half a month. Whoever monks will develop these four establishments of mindfulness in such a way for 7 days, either one of two fruits could be expected for him. So either final knowledge, or if there is a trace of cleaning left, non-returner. So our group sort of think that final knowledge means arahant, and then the non-returner means anagami. And because we are not so sure of the answer, so we thought maybe all four must be developed. But we'd like to pose a question to Bhante. What about the first and second fruits, the sotapan and the sakadagami? So maybe anyone can, but for this third and fourth, all four must be present.
Okay. Good permutations. Now we got more and more permutations. Okay, anybody else want to try? Yes, please.
Bhante, in the book, it said maximum only 7 years. What about if still cannot achieve enlightenment after 7 years?
Yeah, asking a question or giving your answer?
We say maybe either one of the method. If not, then we will try another method. If not, then we try third method until the fourth method all we learn. We still cannot achieve how?
Try again next life. Well, actually, it's simple because the Buddha said, if it is done in such a way for 7 years, it's like giving you an incentive. Even within just the short period of 7 years, you can get these two high fruits. Not to talk about lower fruits. Probably you can get lower fruits maybe in a shorter time. Yeah, but it doesn't mean that only within 7 years. You could take more than 7 years. What the Buddha is saying that even within 7 years, even within 7 days, you can get such high fruits. Not to talk about longer time and lesser fruits. Okay. Anyone else?
Just want to share based on our group's discussion. We feel any one of it can be the starting point. I just want to share a good metaphor from Brother Chan, who said that an example where a policeman catches a person, if the policeman catches the hand, he will get the whole person. So via any of the four satipatthanas, it's possible to gain the attainment. Although from another point of view, one needs to, if one can see very clearly from one method, he or she should be able to see the all four patthanas, satipatthanas, fully developed. Thank you.
Thank you. Before I give my comments, doesn't mean that it's the correct answer. All right. This one is the Kingsuka tree. Can you read this? This one comes from the Salayatana Sangyutta. Sangyutta on the six sense basis. This is the Kingsuka tree. Kingsuka is a Pali word which means, what is it called? What is it called tree? One bhikkhu approached another and asked him, in what way, friend, is the bhikkhu's vision well purified? Vision means dasana, like jnana dasana, which means knowledge and vision. Well purified means become an arahant's vision. So this bhikkhu answered him, when a bhikkhu understands as they really are, now this is yatha bhuta, as they really are, the origin and passing away of the six bases for contact. In this way, his vision is well purified. You know what are the six bases for contact? Eye base, ear base, and so forth, and the mind base. All of these six bases 5 are physical and 1 is non-physical, right? Not right. Then you look at the next one. So this bhikkhu was dissatisfied with his answer. He approached another bhikkhu and asked him the same question. And then this bhikkhu answered. He talks about the 5 aggregates of clinging. If you can observe the arising and passing away of the 5 aggregates, truly understand it according to what has occurred, then that is what he means by well-purified vision. All right. So this bhikkhu was still not very satisfied. He approached another bhikkhu, asked him the same question, and this bhikkhu answered just the 4 great elements. As long as you can see, according to what has occurred, the rising and passing away of the 4 great elements, this constitutes a well-purified vision. Still not satisfied. Went to see another bhikkhu. And then the other bhikkhu is even shorter. He says, when the bhikkhu understands as it really is, or as it has occurred, whatever is subject to origination is all subject to succession. In this way, his vision is well purified. Okay, let's analyze the answers. The first one talks about 6 objects, and 5 of them are physical, 1 is immaterial. Right not? The second one, 5 aggregates. 1 is material and 4 are immaterial. And then the third one talks about the 4 elements, no mental elements involved, all are physical. And then the fourth one didn't even try to classify anything. Whatever has the nature of arising, has the nature of origination. As long as you are able to see whatever has the nature of arising, has the nature of vanishing, that's good enough. All of them gave different answers. And this bhikkhu was still more confused, I guess, because so many different answers. He went to see the Buddha. Then the Buddha gave an explanation, gave a simile first. He says, suppose there was a man who had never seen a Kingsuka tree before. And then he asked someone, and someone said it's like a charred stump. And then he went off to see somebody, another person, and the person gave him another description. He says that it looks like it's full of red meat, like there's a lot of red meat hanging on the tree itself. And then the third one, he wasn't satisfied with that. He went to see a third person, and the person said that it looks as though there were pots hanging from the branches. Like an acacia tree, all these legumes, like patai tree, all these hanging pots. And he was still not very convinced. He went to see a fourth person, and the fourth person says, wow, this tree is a very luxuriant tree, very shady, full of leaves. So the Buddha says that actually all of these 4 people are telling the truth. It's just that they saw the tree at different times. He didn't exactly mention what were the circumstances, but the commentary said that the first person who said that it was like a charred log probably saw it in the hot season. In the hot season in Burma, all the trees are dry. No green leaves at all. And then it's very easy for a forest fire to happen. And then when that happens, all the trees are all burnt. But they are not dead, Come the rainy season, everything will sprout again. So it's probably, he saw it in the hot season. And then the second person who saw it with like red meat hanging all over, is probably seeing it when the tree was flowering. And then the third person saw it when it was fruiting. After it has fruited, all the seeds and the pods were hanging down. And the last one is during spring, after the forest fire and after, everything has been cleared, the first rains come and then everything starts to bloom and the tree becomes very luxuriant. So the Buddha explained it that way. In the end he said, so too, bhikkhu, those superior men answered as they were disposed in just the way their own vision had been purified. So each of them had their own way of doing it, and it worked for them. So don't worry. All the answers are probably right. And there's probably a lot of discrepancies within the sutta itself, because the sutta says, according to the sutta, after every exercise, you can become an arahant. Right? And yet, at the end of the Satipatthāna Sutta, it says if you if you practice the 4 satipatthanas in this way, right? So that's it. Doesn't matter. All right. It's up to your own predispositions. It's good to know that there's not just one way, and there are many ways, so that you cannot fit with one. There's always a possibility that something else will fit you.